Hey everybody, this is going to be the first episode of StraysTV, in which I will try to introduce you here to the band, the effort, the project, whatever you want to call it, for Strays of the World. I feel like this project has been a long time coming, and I've tentatively categorized it under alternative rock. I think that's what it fits mostly. But, part of Strays of the World is I should probably introduce myself, huh? Hey everybody, I am Eloy. I am a YouTube host. I am a creative writer. I am a game designer. I am now the lead vocalist and performer for Strays of the World. What is Strays of the World? Well, it's a band for everybody, and that's what I'm hoping for, at least. Strays of the World is kind of an idea. It wasn't initially one that I cooked up myself. There's a song called Strays of the World that I had always said that if I was going to have a band, that's what I would want to name my band, just because I love the idea of taking in everybody who feels forgotten, everybody who feels like they don't have anybody else, and trying to bring them all together, trying to make everyone feel like they're loved, trying to make everyone feel like they belong. So part of Strays of the World is bringing in lots of different people. That obviously involves also bringing in other types of music. We don't just do one type of music, again, tentatively alternative, but we do some rock, we do some chill music, there's some electronic stuff, we do some piano type stuff, we do, R&B, funk. There's a lot of different stuff that we have kind of going on here within Strays of the World, and it's all under the same umbrella, as I kind of feel all music should be. I feel like Strays of the World also kind of embodies a certain freedom, in that nobody should feel like they have to listen to anything or perform any particular one thing. You can do whatever you want. There's freedom in that. There's freedom in knowing that it doesn't matter what you do. Somebody will love it, and you'll be able to bring somebody in to your world to let them kind of understand you and your vulnerabilities and your heart. So now we should probably talk a little bit about In My Head. That is going to be the debut album for Strays of the World. And just so you know, Strays of the World is normally myself, as well as my guitarist Alcy and our bassist Nick. And there is actually one song on our debut album that has all three of us on it. And the rest of it it ended up becoming where it was just me. And honestly, I feel like that was the universe telling me that was something that I needed to do. I needed to learn as much as I could about music. I needed to explore this creativity that I have inside of me. And this album is a result of that. And it's not a dancey album, except for that it is on some stuff. It's not a terribly introspective album, except that it is. It's not sad, except that when it is. It is everything, and it is also nothing. I definitely know how to sell an album. And a lot of that comes from my upbringing. I was obviously raised on a lot of rock from my mom, but also some funk, some jazz, some hip-hop, lots of hip-hop. Me and my brother listened to that when we were growing up. So I've got kind of influences kind of across the map, and the idea was to kind of take all of these influences and blend them up in a blender, and then I drink it, and then it pours out of my ears and my nose holes into an album. So In My Head is 12 tracks that tell a story, that weave a tapestry of music that flows from one genre to the next, and I feel really keeps the listener engaged. We do have one song up on the site right now called My Siren. That is track 4 on the album, if that matters. I don't know if it does. But it is track 4, and that is just one example of the many different experiences that you will receive on In My Head. It is very much taking a walk through Eloy's noggin here. It is on pre-order right now, and it releases on May 28th. We also just announced a listening party, so I will put links to the pre-order, and if you want to join in on the listening party and you can hear kind of fun stories about the individual songs and have a chance to ask questions and whatnot, then I'll put a link to that in the description as well, so you guys can follow that and join the party. And I think it's going to be a grand time. We have a lot of people already signed up, so that's nerve-wracking, but also very exciting. So I wanted to just kind of come here and just talk a little bit about, what's happening. Again, this is more of an intro video, but I'll be back to discuss kind of how the weeks have been going. A lot of real huge effort has gone into this, and now that the album is just a couple of weeks away, I want to start chronicling this a little bit more. It has very much just been me in my office, and that's it. Me in my office/studio making music and making promotional materials and sending emails and direct messages. I'm sure some of you are tired of hearing from me by this point. And yeah, I think it's time to start opening that up. Already people are hearing the music and they're loving it. And it's time to now open me up a little bit more, and I can start sharing with you a little bit more of the process of what's happening, how we're building this, what we're doing. So I have more topics that I'm definitely going to talk about in the future, but also if you want to put any questions down in the comments, I will definitely look at those, and if it's something that I can answer in a video, I will make a video to answer that, as I feel like this is going to be not only a great platform, YouTube. I have a few other channels, so I already love doing YouTube, and I feel like this is a great platform not only to share my music and obviously promote the album and whatnot, but also to kind of just share any knowledge that I have, whether it's music theory, whether it's the struggles of, going from somebody who is learning music to releasing music, the difference between what it takes to be pro and amateur, things like that. I mean, there's a lot of different topics that we can definitely cover, and I want to cover them here with you. So definitely don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell, all that stuff. I feel like it's ubiquitous at this point. Do things so that you know when I'm putting other things up. That also includes that if you're not already subscribed, when we post the new music and whatnot, you'll have that here as well, so definitely subscribe for that. Otherwise, thanks for coming and hanging out with me on StraysTV, and I will see you next week.